Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video we're going to show you how to install or replace the Amana range anti-tip bracket with screws. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. These parts are sold separately. When you open the packages, you're going to get the anti-tip bracket and the anti-tip bracket screws. The anti-tip bracket and screws are used to secure the range to the floor. The main reason to be installing them is if yours are lost, damaged, or you never had them in the first place. This anti-tip bracket and screws doesn't come with a template to put down on the floor to show you where to put the screws. So we're going to put a piece of tape by the front leg and then draw a line straight back so we know where to center it on the rear leg. Now that we have the mark on the floor, we can pull the range out. As you pull the range out, you want to make sure you lift up on it a little bit so you don't pull the tape off the floor. Once you have the range out from the cabinets, we can go behind and adjust the rear legs. We can lift it up and support it on a block of wood. You don't want to lift it up too high. You don't want the door to open or anything to fall off the top. Once you have the range supported, you have to reach underneath and adjust the leveling leg. You want to make sure that there's enough room in between the leg and the body so that the anti-tip bracket can fit in between. If your leg is really tight, you may have to use a big pliers to adjust it up or down. Once you get adjusted to the right height, you want to adjust the other side so it matches this side. Once you have the legs adjusted, we can lift the range up a little bit so we can pull the support block out and set it down. Once you have it back down on its feet, we can go install the anti-tip bracket on the floor. Here's the new anti-tip bracket and screws. If you already have these, great. If not, you can get them at AppliancePartsPros.com. These are sold separately, so you have to order both of them to install the kit. We're going to use a straight edge and put it right in the middle of the tape so we know right where the center of the range leg is. And we're just going to put it all the way to the back wall and lay it down so we know where to put the anti-tip bracket to drill the holes. Now that we have the straight edge down, we have to figure out how you're going to mount the anti-tip bracket. It can go two ways. The long way is going to give you about an inch or so of space between the range and the wall, or if you flip it over and mount it this way, the range is going to push right up against the bracket. You can also mount it to the floor, or you can mount it to the back wall. If you mount it to the floor or the wall, you want to make sure you don't drill into anything, of course. But if you mount it into the back wall specifically, you want to make sure that you hit a stud. Don't just drill it into the drywall. It'll just get pulled out. Once you decide how you're going to mount it, you can lay it down and then we can mark the floor so we know where to drill the pilot holes. You can hold it down and pull the straight edge out. And then we're going to use a marker to put a dot on the floor so we know where to drill the pilot holes. Now that we have the spot for the holes marked, we're going to lift the anti-tip bracket out for a second. Most people have wood floors, so we're going to use an 1/8 inch drill bit to drill the pilot holes. Now we can put the anti-tip bracket in and tighten down the screws. We're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to put them in. Now that we have the anti-tip bracket with screws installed, we can push the range back into the cabinet. Before we push the range back in, you want to make sure you take the tape off the floor. Once you have the range pushed all the way in, it should engage in the anti-tip bracket, and you should be able to grab the console and try to lift up on it, and it shouldn't come away from the wall. Once you have the range pushed in, you can plug it back in and take it for a spin. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.